Happy Monday. The theme this week is that you need to pick at least 2 items that you have in your house that are either important to you and or have shaped who you are now. So I have 3 and here we go. Okay, so this first one is a little bit embarrassing, but it is my teddy bear, Mr. Snuggles. I've had him since the day that I was born, and he is getting a little bit old himself because I've had to have my mom stitch him up a little bit, and there's even like cotton coming out of his bum. But I have always thought of him as a comfort since he glows in the dark, and I was seriously afraid of the dark when I was younger, so it was always nice to know that I had a teddy bear that would, have some light in it. And he was always really comforting to me, even now that he's almost 18 years old himself, that he still glows in the dark, which I think is pretty awesome. I know that when you're almost 18, you're kind of supposed to grow out of the whole like teddy bear stage, but I don't really care because there's still times when I am afraid of the dark, but he's always been a comforting item to me, so there's no way that I'm going to get rid of him, even if that means that I have to take him to college and have to explain this whole story to my roommate. But he is my number 1. Okay, my second item is basically 4 parts. It is the Scottish Crown series by Carol Umberger, and it's 4 books that are basically centered around Scotland in the 13th century. They're basically like war and romance books. I stumbled upon the second one in Costco when I was just looking through the books that they had, and when I read the back cover I was really interested, so I had my dad's wife order them for me, and the second that they got in, I just read them like crazy. And I'm pretty sure that in the first 6 months that I got them, I reread the whole series 4 times just because they were that good. The Harry Potter series is kind of like a symbol of my childhood as a whole, but I found these books in middle school and they really kind of helped me be an escape since I love reading so much. It was always nice to know that even though if I had a softball tournament that weekend that was really tiring, that I could come home and kind of escape to 13th century Scotland and know that they were always there for me. I still reread them all the time. I haven't really been able to the past couple years with my migraines, but I would definitely recommend them to anyone who's kind of interested in that time period. And I don't know anybody who's read these, so if you're interested, the first one is Circle of Honor. And if you do decide to read them, let's talk, because I love these books so much, and no one that I know has really kind of read through all of them. So I would love to have a conversation with anyone who is interested in reading them. This last one is multiple parts as well. It is the letters and cards that I have started collecting over the years. It kind of started accidentally when I was younger. I would just keep the cards and letters that I got, and I'm kind of a hoarder, so they kind of just ended up being in a box. And as I got older, I realized that I had all of those still, and I realized that it was kind of a pretty good idea to keep them and look through them occasionally when I was feeling a little bit down. I didn't want to bring out the whole box because it's huge and I can't really lift it right now, but I have kind of an overflow from just the past couple months that I've kept in my drawer. So it's like a good 10, 15 of them. So I'll probably just go through a couple of them right now. This one's from a letter from Haley from my surgery last month. So here it is. There's a little heart that she drew right there and a little flower, which she said, pretend that I can draw, which I thought was really cute. This one is a get well soon card. What is this? Oh, this is a get well soon card, and I don't even know, but this is wonderful. I have a Christmas card from my mom, a Valentine's Day card from my grandpa, which I love. The rest of these are Christmas cards as well, but I love keeping cards, and especially letters, and being able to kind of read through what people have written to me. So I know that it's a little odd, I guess. I don't really know how many people do that, but I love it, and hopefully I'll be able to kind of make a project out of them once I have enough. So those are all of my little mementos. Now I'm going to answer Alondra's question. Alondra, your question for me about which supernatural character I would be was really difficult for me to find an answer, not because I didn't really know which character to choose, but because it was so tempting to make this whole video just about responding to your answer because of Supernatural, and because it's my favorite show. So there are like two possibilities for who I would choose. The first one is choosing Jo, because she is such a strong female character from the show. Ellen is like the best mom out of there, even though Jo doesn't really realize it at the time. Plus, she dies in a really heroic way and doesn't really take any crap from the boys as well, which I thought was great. But then again, she does die. So my second option, which is kind of an unpopular opinion, I guess, because I really do enjoy this character, is to be Lisa Braden. I know that a lot of people on the internet really don't like her for some reason, but I've always thought that she was a pretty strong female character as well, and how she handled the whole situation of kind of accepting Dean for who he is and still kind of trying to make the best out of the situation that she was kind of forced into as well. I still think, by the way, that Ben is definitely Dean's son, even though that they never really mentioned that, but I mean, from season 3, especially the first episode that they were in, she definitely acts like he is his son, even though she's still kind of hesitant about him being back anyways. Plus, she looks really orange in that episode anyways. But I really thought the way that they handled her relationship with Dean was pretty well, and even though I wasn't exactly happy about the way that they let her and Ben go out of the series, it made sense, and she didn't die as well. So I would probably have to choose her just because of my emotional ties to that character for some unknown reason. And why do you think you're Cass? I know that I don't really get to ask you a question, but if you could, in your video this week, tell me why, or, I mean, I guess you could just tweet me anyways. Tally, your question for this week is, what scares you most about the future? Guys, I will see you next Monday, and I hope that you were able to enjoy the sunny day that we've had. Okay, bye.